space, that you're welcome to grace. No need for refinement, just come as you are. It doesn't take much to become a lodestar. You'll laugh and you'll cry just to give it a try. I wanna say more, but it's a surprise. If you feel lost and you wanna be found, just come on down to the Lullaby Lounge. There's new friends to meet, there's foes to defeat, there's songs and there's stories and more. The folly and fun have already begun, so let's get the show started.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The coziest concert in cyberspace. The Lullaby Lounge can be any place. Each Tuesday at 8, this nightclub appears wherever you are. I'm so glad that you're here. My love, my life, my lodestars, welcome to the Lullaby Lounge. I am your hostess with the mostest, award-winning polymath of stage and stream, Kate Nix, and tonight I am coming to you live with a set of Southern Gothic spell songs that I hope you enjoy. Where are you Oh, yes. First, let the animals run free. First, is there anybody who's tuning into the Lullaby Lounge for the first time live tonight? Maybe you've watched the replay, or maybe this is your first time as a total. Is anybody here joining us for the first time? Please let us know in the chat below. Welcome, Furiacell and Japarka, I believe. So happy that you could join us for the 6th episode of our 3rd season of the one and only musical variety spectacular.
Shelby Key as well.
Oh, Shelby Key?
And Furious. Oh, okay, no. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We are almost done with season 3 of the Lullaby Lounge. Since you are joining us for the first time, you might not know, the Lullaby Lounges run in 7-week seasons with a 5-week off season so that I can recover, make new things, and make sure the show is the best experience possible for all of us, for you and for me. I want to make art that I don't hate watching, so I need a break sometimes, and that means that during the off season there will be replays and streams of my husband, who is joining me here tonight as well, Ophidian the Cobra, a human skin suit full of frogs and maybe a snake or two. So yeah, we do different streams in the off season. So though we are having our season finale next week, if you are just joining us for the first time, there will still be tons of content to experience here in the Catriarchy. Thank you so much for being a part of this here with us. I'm delighted to meet you. I know, Shark, we don't want the season to end, but once the season ends, that means that 4th of Nature will be about to begin, because as we know, time is melting and means nothing. So 5 weeks is going to go like that, and pretty soon it's going to be December 8th, and we're going to be like, wow, this hell year is almost over. Let's do a bunch of holiday stuff together. Lots of new things coming for 4th of Nature. Remember how quick the off season was for this? I mean, part of it was because my cat got famous, but it still went away instantly. I know, the season just started 6 weeks ago. We're on episode 6 of 7. Kel Rose is also joining us, and I believe Sword of something. I saw Sword up there. I saw Sword something up there.
Somebody else redeemed. Was she? No.
I might have to pop this chat out so I can read it fast enough.
You had 2 requests for Goblin and Irish accent. I have 2.
I know. But we have a lot of lovely tunes to get into tonight, so I would like to start this evening with a song I wrote myself called The Magic. It is not currently out anywhere to the public, but if you join us over on Patreon on katenix.com/join, then you'll be able to hear the current version of this song. It is not a finished version yet, but it sounds close. The ideas are there. One of the things about my Patreon is that you get to see the behind the scenes process for music, so you get to hear from the first demo to the final mix how the songs change over time. So we'll see what it sounds like when it's recorded finally, but there is a version on there currently, which Ophidian says has gunslinger vibes. That's the consensus from the skin suit full of frogs. Thank you, Attack of Hubris. Fighting battles I alone can't win. Asking God for too damn long to save me from my sins. Oh, Holy Father never helped before. Ask you now, sweet Mother Earth, help me win this war. Oh, I am the magic. Magic is power, the power is inside. Oh, I am the magic, I am the guide. The magic is power, the power is inside. The power is inside. Ruddy, maiden, strong and fair. I am the mother of the land, the ocean's rightful heir. Oh, I am grown wise and silver-haired. Am the goddess and the god, answer to my prayer. I am the guide. The magic is power. The power is inside. Oh, I am the magic. I am the guide. The magic is power. The power is inside. The power is inside. Magic is mine. I had it this whole time. I can see past my disease and know I'm good inside. Might not be perfect, but at least I'm trying. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. The magic is mine. I had it this whole time. I can see past my disease and know I'm good inside. Not be perfect, but at least I'm trying. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. And I am the magic. I am the guide. The magic is power. The power is inside. I am the magic. I am the guide. The magic is power. The power is inside. The power is inside. Oh, that sounds like a really lovely memory, Grace. I wrote the chorus based off of, there's a incredible book called The Coloring Book of Shadows that's actually a pretty great resource for, like, witch information. It has great information about the moon cycles and the days of the week and the times of the month and how different things would affect your spellcraft and your practice. But it's also a really cute coloring book, so you can do your spells and your witchcraft and stuff. And they even have some spells in the back as well. It's made by an independent artist. They also make a planner and a couple other spell book coloring books. But the Coloring Book of Shadows has basically like a self-confidence spell in it. And I am not one to just speak out into the air to no one. I don't love it. I've been bad at praying and spells my whole life. All of it. It feels awkward to me. So I was trying out this spell and I sang it instead. And that's what I sang. So I took that little chunk of spell song and I extended it into a whole song. And the woman who wrote Coloring Book of Shadows has heard it and loves it. So it's all good. Thank you for those of you who have supported us on Ko-fi and Venmo already. We are currently at, I believe, 68% of our tip goal already. For those of you that do not know, if we hit 100% of the tip goal, then you get a secret encore. And if we hit 150% of the tip goal, you get 2 secret encores. And both of the secret encores tonight are awesome. One is by Nancy Sinatra and one is by me.
We're deep in it for already 68% of the
I know, right? I'm waiting for someone to tip me $1 on Venmo so it hits 69. Because you know what happened when it hit 69%. Oh, look. I kissed you, Solo. I'll bring my instrument over here, my trumpet. You do know why. I am flesh and I am bone, rise up, ting ting like glittering gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up, ting ting like glitter. Hey, 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 like glittering gold. Hey, 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 like glitter. Do you walk in the valley of kings? Do you walk in the shadow of men who sold their lives to a dream? Do you ponder the manner of things? In the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, I am flesh and I am bone, arise, ting ting like glittering gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up, ting ting like glitter. Hey, 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 like glittering gold. Hey, 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 like glitter. Do you walk in the meadow of spring? Do you talk to the animals? Do you hold their lives from a string? Do you ponder the manner of things? In the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, I am flesh and I am bone, arise, ting ting like glittering gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up, ting ting like glitter. I am flesh and I am bone, arise, ting ting like glittering gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up, ting ting like glitter. 'Cause everybody everybody in the back room spinning up, don't know what you're asking for. And everybody in the front room's tripping out, left their bottle at the door. 'Cause everybody in the back room's spinning up, don't know what you're asking for. And everybody in the front room's tripping out, left your bottle at the door. I am flesh and I am bone, rise ding ding like glitter and gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up ding ding like glitter. I am flesh and I am bone, rise ding ding like glitter and gold. I've got fire in my soul, rise up ding ding like glitter. Hey, 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 like glitter and gold. Hey, 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 like glitter. Hey, 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 like glitter and gold. Hey, 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 like glitter. Thank you, Holly. For those of you that do not know, I inherited this hat from my stepfather who passed away last year. His birthday is November 1st, so I feel like it's very appropriate for Samhain and All Souls Day. But he never would have given it to me while he was alive, and it looks incredible on me. So thank you, Bob, for your sacrifice. All right, so do you know what time it is?
No, I don't know what time it is.
Yes, you do. Come on. The guitar's already off of me, man.
I was waiting for the pose. I figured you were...
I did pose. You missed it.
Oh.
It's the part where I talk, the part where I talk. It doesn't have a name yet other than that.
Oh no.
I thought you turned it off.
I didn't do dramatic reading. I turned other stuff back on and fixed it.
Well then. Are we set up? You gotta lube me up.
Anyway, you should tell them what you're doing first before I do.
Guess what's happening tonight? It's not just regular talking. Really, I probably should have made a new graphic for this. That's the part where I tarot, because I didn't know what to talk about this week. So I am going to be doing a tarot reading with you, a 3-card reading. I do my, I read tarot like some people read the Bible. Like, I don't necessarily consider it to be a literal reflection of what's going on. I just kind of flip through it and see what makes sense to me and see what rings true in me. I am an atheist witch. I do not believe in a higher power, but I do believe in the power of the human mind and the power of our connection to our surroundings and to our thought patterns and habits. I am not that I have no belief that there is nothing besides us. I just don't, I don't believe in God necessarily. So when I practice spirituality, when I practice witchcraft, it's more about doing a ritual to inspire in me a new feeling. It is thank you so much, Kel Rose. Your first time here and you're so generous. It's much appreciated. So the reason I sort of do witchcraft stuff and experience witchcraft stuff is because I want to, and it's a way for me to take time that's self-care, that isn't part of my job, and say, hey, like, this is what's happening. It's also not therapy or medical or anything else. It's my time to reflect on what is happening now, what has happened in my past, and how I'm supposed to move forward. It's not, I don't consider it, I don't take any of it literally. I'm pretty loose about my understanding. I still have to use the book to look up definitions of things because I don't have all of it memorized. I just do it as a hobby for myself to enjoy time on this earth while I'm alive. So tonight I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck because it's what will show up on camera.
Doesn't have to be fancy on you. It's just
I'm just trying to make sure it's not on the outside of me. I'll drop it down the front of my shirt. 69 viewers! Nice! Bunch of people showed up to watch me do something I've never done in front of people that I don't necessarily...
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, am I turning it on? Do I turn it on myself?
Yeah, you have to turn it on.
Okay.
I had it off until you were ready to go over there so that you weren't getting feedback from both mics. You should be good now.
Can you hear me now? Doesn't say it's moving.
It's moving over here. I'm getting your...
Right, but is it hooked up to that?
No, I'm getting you. See? Stream can hear you.
Great, they can hear me. Cool beans. Let's go over to the tarot cam. Where you'll see my crummy sneakers that I've worn for 100 years. Because the camera keeps falling. Do you want to move it a little bit? Okay.
You're good.
So this is not my normal deck that I use. This is actually more, I think this deck likes Ophidian more than it likes me. Trying to shuffle on camera. It's difficult the other way.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the deck likes Ophidian much more than it likes me. Are you trying to get it to focus on me? That Logitech camera is trash. And also, unfortunately, I can't see anybody's comments over here. Can you bring me your phone so I can see the chat?
Yeah. Let's refocus. So while you're far away, you can at least, if you switch to the other side, you're closer.
I'm just trying to do this on camera. Thanks. I'm glad you like the tarot cam. It has the magic star fabric that my best friend Lindsay gave me, as well as a myriad of other things. This is a dagger I got at the Renaissance Fair. A bunch of crystals I got from Fairy Festival. Some sage we got from Ophidian's family. And today's reading is just going to be about the future of the lounge, of the community, of the show. What do we have in store for us next season? And what do we have in store for us over the winter? Because I know I have some plans about my music and my music career that will hopefully happen over the winter. I'm going to make sure most of them are upright. Okay, I don't want an entire thing reversed. So we're just sort of bringing an open-ended question to the universe. What does the future of the Lullaby Lounge look like? I'm going to split into 3 stacks. You're going to flip over the top of the stacks. Sometimes when the stacks are not even, I will just move stuff because I am more obsessive about the size of the stack than I am about the cards being chosen by the future. Oops, sorry, I bumped the thing. Let's start from the beginning. Ooh, Major Arcana, that's a good sign, right? The moon, I feel like that's a great sign. Reversed 3 of Pentacles. Well, that looks scary. So I feel like we're actually doing pretty okay. Can I have the book?
I'm just gonna make sure to find it for you.
But 3, so here's what I know. Welcome to basic tarot shit with Kate Nix. This is gonna have something to do with intuition. I know the different suits to an extent. Pentacles have to do with job, career, like the home, harvest, stuff like that. And the lower the number, the earlier in your journey it is. So if it's like a 1 of Pentacles, it's about the start of your journey with your job or your home. And if you have a 9 of Pentacles, it's about the end of your journey with your job and your home. So I feel like this could be good. And last one is a reverse Nine of Swords. Oof. We'll see what that means. Well, that doesn't seem great. Well, you know what? It's fine. That's this. Here we are. It's happening. All right. So, the moon. 'Tis the moon, the blessed moon, and God be blessed. It is the blessed moon. All right. Vivid dreams and fears. Ruh-roh. The Wild Unknown has this really beautiful book where it, instead of saying like 5 words about what the card means, it gives you this little sort of paragraph for, I think because it's supposed to be for people who just pull one card as their sort of like tarot of the day thing. And it can be helpful sometimes, and sometimes it's not helpful, and I have to look at the other resources I have to figure out what it's supposed to mean. In many ways, the moon card encompasses the idea of the wild unknown. It is the shadow realm, the place where dreams, fears, and mysteries are born. Much darkness can linger here, and if you aren't careful, this can lead to periods of anxiety and self-doubt, almost as though you've lost your way in a house of mirrors. Many great artists have roamed this inner landscape. It's where imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air. Okay. What are your thoughts on that, my love?
The snake you're asking?
Yes. Are you mic'd?
I'm not. I didn't want to be mic'd. I didn't.
Well, come talk into the microphone.
I think that it is saying that you're currently in the land of possibilities. You know, like you're obviously in the Lullaby Lounge. You're asking about it and its future, and you are currently in a creative endeavor. Like Lullaby Lounge is a creative endeavor, and you have lots of anxieties about it daily. You know, about what to do, how to handle it, where to go.
I agree with you, Grace. It is kind of a dream realm. The deep and hidden mystery of our, like, I'm going to talk a little bit about this on Monday with Bright on his Monday Method stream, which, by the way, if you weren't planning on doing so, please tune in to twitch.tv/brightkelly19 on Monday. I'm going to be a guest on his show, and we're going to talk about the specific intimacy of digital communication and digital live streaming. And I think that the Lullaby Lounge is also kind of represented by the moon. This looks a little bit like the moon if you look at the card closer.
It's also part of your new logo.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looks kind of like the logo. So I feel like the land of dreams, the place where dreams, fears, and mysteries are born, that's sort of where we live, right? That's our home. We are the moon card. This is our inner landscape. We are reaching out from inner landscape to inner landscape, which is a very specific type of journey. So this is sort of, I think, where we are right now. Our next card is the Three of Pentacles reversed, which I am not looking forward to reading the definition for. Can you pop open my standard deck so I can see the regular sort of 3-word definition? Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, determination, focus. The task ahead is a momentous one. Yikes. Usually related to your job or career, the Three of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork, so you may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. And
not a bad thing. That's
not a bad thing, but reversed, I don't feel like it's going to be great. So in my other book, it says competition, disharmony, interference, and stagnance as the reverse definition.
I'm sure that is the...
This is my standard deck, which is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated deck. It's lovely. It has gold leaf all over it, and it does not show up on camera. The designs are too pale, but it's a beautiful Art Nouveau deck. I think this deck is just saying that it doesn't like me. You may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. I think it's reversed because right now it's hard for anybody to connect because they don't see digital media as the same type of connection, right? People don't see, they don't think that this version of entertainment is the same as live shows, and that it's not as good, that it doesn't foster the same amount of community. And to that I say absolutely not. It totally does. The community that is developed around my show, around this space, is and it's hard for us to reach each other. So I can understand why this card might appear reversed to us. Upright, the Three of Pentacles means success, collaboration, solutions, and confidence. Well, y'all know that I have cripplingly low self-esteem. That's why I'm an entertainer, so that y'all can validate me for me. I think this is me saying that I need to stop relying so much on the validation of internet people and start relying more on my own inner validation. But that's not about you. That's about me and as the spearhead, the figurehead of the lounge, needing to rely on my own intuition. So I see that as sort of like that. It's also, yes, kind of be careful who you ask help from. So we'll see. We'll see what this means. The reversed Eight of Swords, I feel like, is also not going to be a great time. This deck does not like me as much as you. I probably should have had you draw the... Oh, this is not a Nine of Swords. It's an Eight of Swords.
I will do readings with Kate on nights that we choose to do such things. And yeah, this tends to be the deck I use more often than any other deck, because I like it the most. And it also seems to speak to me.
Thank you, Sonia, for getting it. The Eight of Wands. Not Eight of Wands. We're in Swords. Why am I in Wands? Where's the Swords? Eight of Swords. This is a good thing. Reversed, this is a good thing. This is a good reading. Okay, so the Eight of Swords means trapped or powerless. Surrounded by obstacles and threats on all sides, you find yourself the victim. You see no way out, no available choices. Your perceptions keep you from opening your wings and taking flight. What keeps you suspended here, yourself or others? The Eight of Swords demands an answer. You cannot hang here much longer. And it's reversed, so let's double check over here in my other book. Eight of Swords reversed is release, acceptance, accountability, and discovery. Here's what I think this reading says. This says that it's time to go. It's the winter time. It's time to inhabit the inner creative space and develop things for the future. There's definitely some exciting stuff being announced. The Phagents know about it. I spoke about it briefly with Matt and Rachel on Screen Snark, and that will be revealed on Monday, and I will probably tell you all next Tuesday what's going on. But I think this is about that. I think the Phagents would agree that this is about the secret project that I discussed with them about moving forward over the winter and what we'll be promoting come spring. So, yeah, they agree too. Exactly, Shane. Coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's a little teaspoon in here as well. Because sometimes you just need an extra spoon, right? So I think this is a good reading for us. I was thinking that if we needed to, we could pull some clarifying cards, but I think it's clear. I think that this is a card that speaks about me needing to rely on my inner strength and also not be afraid to ask for help. This is about that help expanding and being able to become anew in the next phase of my career. And this is about where we are now. Oh, yeah. Well, it's very easy for my mind to turn against me, Shandy. So I think this is about me needing to, just focus more on the stuff that I know works, which is what I do. However, this is a music show, isn't it? I heard we play music on this show. It's time to go back over
You can leave that mic on for now if you want.
to camera one.
I turned it off over here, so that's why I was like, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Let me drop it down my shirt so I don't have to wear it anymore. 74% of our tip goal. We are not even on song 3. Can I get my thing over my hat? Barely. Yes, this is the most beautiful guitar on planet Earth. This is Melissa. For those of you who are meeting her for the first time, my high school sweetheart sent her to me from Utah because he wasn't playing her enough, and he thought that she belonged with me because back in high school when we were sweethearts, I played her all the time, and I got her in the divorce for a little while before he asked for her back because it was his guitar. But now she has mine again.
Yep, Utah. I still don't believe it exists.
Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Takes the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? She is like a cat in the dark, and she is the darkness. Rules her life like a fine skylark when the sky is starless. All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? Will you ever win, Rihanna? Rihanna. She rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? Will you ever win, Rihanna? There, I did it. You've been asking for it for years. You've been like, Kate, when are you gonna cover the reunion? When are you gonna cover the Stevie Nicks? Isn't that where you get your name from? And I did it. And it happened. Just making sure we didn't have a dance break yet.
No, hit him with the Irish stuff.
Oh, right, that's why I'm supposed to be speaking in an Irish accent. I also haven't really done the other one, Trash Goblin. I feel like she's gonna come on later in the set. Oh, Holly, my heart to yours. It's actually, Sonia, it's actually not where my name is from. So my legal name is like an extended version of Kate Nix. It's very close to my legal name. I try not to put my legal name out there when I can help it, just for personal protection reasons. But it's a very similar. I was looking for a new stage name after I made my last record, Sage and Silver Bullets. So I was looking for a new stage name because there was already another Haley Jane. I was Haley Jane for 10 years, and there was another Haley Jane, and we'd been sort of crossing paths and getting each other's emails, and crossing paths and getting each other's emails and getting tagged in the wrong stuff just for basically a decade, since we were both on MySpace and Facebook and such. And I didn't want my next record, Sage and Silver Bullets, to be credited to anyone else. To this day, she still has my older records on her Spotify profile because Spotify won't detach us for whatever reason, even though we're different artists, and they won't put it under my new name. So I was trying to find a new stage name because I wanted to be myself. I didn't want to be mistaken for anybody else. And actually, the person who came up with it was Icarus from Chikara. He posted on my Facebook that I should go by Katie Nix as like a Stevie Nicks sort of, not parody, but homage. And I shortened it to Kate Nix, and I changed the spelling so that I could feel it like it was my own. And I also obviously love the mythology of Nyx being the goddess of the night and those things. Makeup company's not too bad either. So it worked out that way. However, I believe it is time for...
We never changed the song.
We didn't.
Because we didn't pick one.
Yes, we did. I did, but I didn't tell you which one to do.
Yeah.
So I guess we're doing the same one as from last week.
What song is it?
I wanted to do Dead Man Can't Catcall.
You distract them.
I'm distracting.
I can't actually...
You can't change it, so I don't know what you thought you were going to do.
Here
we go!
There's hookers in the bathroom, there's blood up on the wall. The screams are full of silence, police out in the hall. Your body lays there sleeping with breath lingering sweet. I knew you were my gateway, my cinder sugar, cheap blood on the bed. I'm the one who said you look beautiful dead, blood on the bed. I'm the one who said you look beautiful dead, beautiful dead. Memory is leering, your heart is finally stopped. Reporters are annoying, rumors that your joy popped. Why did I have to do it? Why did you have to run? You wanted to be famous, now I'm the famous one. Blood on the bed. I'm the one who said you look beautiful dead. Blood on the bed. I'm the one who said you look beautiful dead. Beautiful dead. Beautiful dead.
that, we are going to continue the tradition that we started a few episodes ago, where we go into a 60-second commercial break from Twitch. So for those of you who are subscribed, you are going to see the Bandcamp ad. For those of you who are not subscribed, you will see a 60-second Twitch mid-roll ad. We're doing this because we believe that the mid-roll ads, though they were implemented and then taken away, I think it's sort of an inevitability that we will be forced to put these mid-roll ads in eventually. So we have decided to build it into our show should they make us do it again. And here's how we're doing it. Again, you will not see this advertisement if you hate it so much. Subscribe on Twitch. You can do so very easily by connecting your Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime accounts and subscribing to me for free. If you're watching me right on Twitch, there's actually a little crown somewhere on the screen that you can click and immediately connect your Twitch and Amazon Prime accounts. So, for those of you who are subscribed, you'll see Jan, Jan's friend. And for those of you who are not subscribed, you will see whatever bizarre advertisement Twitch puts in front of your faces. Thanks so much for your tolerance. We're going to go right into the commercial break after that.
The other day I'm visiting with my girlfriend Jan. She turns to me and she says, I miss the days when we could squeeze independent music straight from the artist. I turn to her and I say, I understand completely. But Jan, I've got the next best thing. Bandcamp. She looks up at me and she says Bandcamp, and I turn back to her and I say Bandcamp. Fair trade, free range, organic, artisanal MP3s straight from the artist. Well, Jan was so shocked, she simply couldn't handle it. She fainted, and when she finally came to, she looks up and says, there's gotta be a catch. I look down at her and I say, Jan, there is no catch. Artists get 85% of the profit, and they can set their own prices. Well, Jan, she skedaddled right on over to katenix.bandcamp.com and got her favorite artist Kate Nix's discography for less than $12. That's just one of the many reasons that you should be like Jan and choose Bandcamp.
Thank you for calling the Tip of Fairy Telethon, where your donations lead to our creations. How much can I put you down for? That's very generous of you, ma'am. How will you be contributing today? Nope, no problem at all. Venmo works perfectly fine. You can send your contribution using the Venmo app by clicking Pay or Request and typing TIPAFAERIE into the search bar. Yes, at Tip of Fairy. That's us, ma'am. Well, thank you ever so. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
My love, my life, my lodestars.
I am the master of snake style, Ophidian.
And I am a goblin he found on the street. Insert clip of me, USA, punching you in the face.
My name is Kate Nix, purveyor of showmanship and shenanigans.
And we are Closet Champion, maker of masks and gear and pretty much all things wrestling related.
Better get your groove muscles lubricated.
I write music and have composed for wrestling video segments.
And this here is my Lullaby Lounge, this liminal digital cabaret where everyone, yes everyone, is welcome.
Organic, artisanal MP3s straight from the artist.
You can talk to us over on patreon.com/closetchampion by joining our Patreon for as little as $2 a month and getting access to our exclusive Discord. If you're a part of our Patreon, having access to our Discord server means that you essentially are on an IM chat with the entire community that we have there all the time. We've definitely seen friendships form and it's been really cool. We have a really great community over there and we'd love for you to be a part of it if that's your bag.
You do you, partner. You do you.
So pick up the pace, child.
Put the Chevy to the levee.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! You mighty morphin' Power Rangers!
Kubiano, Professor Nix again here. I'm so glad that you're enjoying tonight's cabaret, but it appears that you've forgotten to share the stream. I'm sure you don't need me to remind you how important it is that you show your support of Lullaby Lounge, but In case you do, it is very important that you show your support of the Lullaby Lounge by sharing the stream with your friends, family, and followers on social media.
If you have an Amazon Prime account and want to support the Lullaby Lounge, you can connect your Amazon Prime to Twitch to get Twitch Prime, which grants you a free subscription. So you can subscribe to this channel at no cost to you, but it still earns the stream $1 or $2. Each month you must choose us, for such is the way. So pick up the pace, child, and subscribe today!
My love, my life, my lodestars. Did you know that once we hit 150 patrons over on our Patreon, I will be recording and releasing an EP of 5 covers chosen by the patrons themselves? You can help make this dream a reality by joining the club over on katenix.com/join for as little as $2 a month. You get access to all sorts of behind-the-scenes content. Videos before I release them, exclusive B-sides and demos, as well as all the behind-the-scenes content from Closet Champion, the sewing business that I run with my husband. If you love what I do here at the Lullaby Lounge and you're looking for a way to support outside the stream, the Patreon is an excellent way to do that. And we're almost 3/4 of the way to our goal already, so what are you waiting for?
The other day I'm visiting with my girlfriend Jan. She turns to me and she says, I miss the days when we could squeeze independent music straight from the artist. I turn to her and I say, I understand completely. But Jan, I've got the next best thing. Bandcamp. She looks up at me and she says Bandcamp, and I turn back to her and I say Bandcamp. Fair trade, free range, organic, artisanal MP3s straight from the artist. Well, Jan was so shocked, she simply couldn't handle it. She fainted, and when she finally came to, she looks up and says, there's gotta be a catch. I look down at her and I say, Jan, there is no catch. Artists get 85% of the profit, and they can set their own prices. Well, Jan, she skedaddled right on over to katenix.bandcamp.com and got her favorite artist Kate Nix's discography for less than $12. That's just one of the many reasons that you should be like Jan and choose Bandcamp.
Thank you for calling the Tipperary Telethon, where your donations lead to our creations. How much can I put you down for today? I am so sorry, Your Grace. We are no longer accepting human sacrifices. Yeah, I know. But you can contribute to the Lullaby Lounge using human money on tipperary.com. No, you don't need to sign up for anything. You just need a credit or debit card, Your Grace. You know, the little magnetic squares that humans used to pay for things? No, that's a condom, Your Grace. All right, okay. Cubiando. We'll talk again soon. Yikes. Nope, yep. Nothing. I said nothing, Your Grace. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cubiando.
Sup, wanna buy this shirt? You can at katenix.com/merch. But this isn't the only shirt you can buy. You can also get this shirt, or this shirt, or this shirt, which is available in over a dozen other classes. But you don't just have to take it from me. Check out all these beautiful lodestars and some of my other designs. There's also mugs and stickers and tote bags. This one is very soft. This is the softest shirt I own. I might just wear this shirt the rest of the day because it's the softest one.
I wish I had a soft shirt.
You know where you can get one?
No, tell me.
At katenix.com/merch. Wow.
Greetings, mortals. Is that too threatening? I don't mean to rub the immortal thing in their faces, you know. Greetings, peasants. I am the Twitch, and I come to you now with no riddles or rhymes, but with a gift of information. By watching the Lullaby Lounge here on Twitch, you have accumulated a valuable currency, Goblin Treasure. For you see, this Goblin Treasure gains you access to my menu of mystical mischief. When you purchase one of these enchantments, a bewitchment takes hold of your hostess. Whether your desire is that she speak in a silly accent, perform a spontaneous kazoo solo, or even break out into dance. Your wish is her command. Choose your moments wisely, for only one of these valuable spells may be performed per night. Except the hydrate one, because I guess mortals need water or whatever. Mortals. Go forth, lodestars, and let chaos reign.
Kubiando, just popping in to remind you that every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, there's a replay of the stream that you're currently watching over on twitch.tv/KateNix. Join me there as I hang out in the chat and we relive the memories of night? If you live in a time zone that isn't conducive to watching the show live, or you just want to hang out here in the Catriarchy, the replay is a great place to chill. Thursday evening?
Thursday night? I guess it depends on where you live. What is time?
Thank you for calling the Tippy Fairy Telethon, where your donations lead to our creations. How much can I put you down for? $69. Nice.
Greetings, Catriarchy. It is I, your number one games wizard, Jeff Stormer, here to talk to you for just a moment about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is pro wrestling. I love professional wrestling, and if you love wrestling like I do, and I think there's at least a chance that you might be interested to know that I've written several tabletop role-playing games about the wonderful, weird world of pro wrestling. Two of my absolute favorites include El Inmortal Unmasked in the Main Event, a LARP about the last day in the career of the greatest luchador who ever lived before they are booked to unmask in front of a packed crowd, changing their career forever. And Big Fight Feel, a two-player role-playing game about the moment after a huge match has started. When the babyface and the heel are facing each other in the ring, the crowd has gone silent and there is only history between them. If either of these games sound like your jam, and I kinda hope that they might, you can go to jeffstormer.itch.io/Catriarchy and pick up both of them for $5. It's a pretty good deal, it's one that I'm really excited about, and it's one that's special just for you. Now, until next time, the forces arcane are calling me back, which is my way of saying cat needs dinner, so I bid you adieu.
Sage and Silver Bullets is my fourth studio album. I started recording it at the end of 2014 and it was released on April 11th of 2015. When I started the recording process, when I started the songwriting process even, I was writing songs as a way to purge myself. I called it Sage and Silver Bullets because I was trying to exorcise the demons of a relationship that I had been in from ages 18 to 21. With someone who was much older than me, who had a lot of power over me and what I did. And I partially made it so I could prove to myself that I could make something that was worth spending time and money on. By including Bright Kelly as my producer and asking Brian Viglione to do drums on it, I was trying to make something that proved to me that I was a real musician. In the first song on the album, I talk about storms gathering and harvesting the thunder to make art, and I think I did that with this record. I do love it, but it was also made from a lot of pain. One of the things I do is provide catharsis to people, to help people feel feelings so they can process their trauma or their grief or their depression or what have you. I am the soundtrack to Misery. Misery has to have a soundtrack at some point. One of my favorite things about this record is that I was able to collaborate with a legendary drummer of the Dresden Dolls and Violent Femmes, Brian Viglione, who is arguably, I think, one of the finest living musicians. I got a Facebook message from him in 2013 when I was considering quitting music, and he told me that he had faith in my work and what I did and that he wanted to hear more of what I wrote. It is part of what drove me to make it as big as it could be, because if someone like Brian had faith in what I could make, then clearly it was worth making. I think I shocked a lot of people when the album finally came out, because the album before it, Idiot Child, was far more in this sort of acoustic singer-songwriter folk space. It was very airy and had a lot of vocals and didn't have any drums or bass. When I started evolving my sound over the years to the next album, I began developing this sort of witchy, western, alt-country outlaw thing. I pretty traditionally describe this album as if Johnny Cash was an angry feminist witch, and I think it's very accurate to the sound. I drew a lot of inspiration from old school country and bluegrass and folk songs and blended them together to form my own outlaw folk style. To me, outlaw folk is, I use acoustic instruments, but I don't necessarily make acoustic music, because I deal with ukulele and guitar and stringed instruments and lots of soaring harmonies and vocals like you would find in folk music, but the imagery and the language and the feeling of my songs is a lot darker and more chaotic than I would consider standard or traditional folk music. It's the vocabulary of folk, but given a cabaret flavor. However, I found that the moniker has slowly begun to lose its efficacy as I continue on in my musical progression in life and try out more genres and flavors and sounds. If you're looking for a soundtrack to empowering chaos, then this album is it. If you need something that makes it sound like you're riding in a marabou gown through the wilderness on your black stallion off to fight misogynists, then this is the album for you, whether you're listening on Spotify or purchasing on Bandcamp. Sage and Silver Bullets is the ultimate demon sacrificing, sexism torturing music.
I've got to make this quick. It seems our connection is growing thin. The magic that forms the bond between our worlds has weakened, and the only way it can gain strength is if we increase the light of our lodestars across the universe. Quick, before I lose you, please, share the stream. I don't care where, I don't care with who. It's only through your support and...
And a suspiciously large ant. Farewell, bird friend. His booty be bouncing though, you know. Like that ant got an ass. Who let that ant have all that ass? Before I launch into my next song, I would like to give a shout out to the lovely Taylor, who is not here tonight, but will be joining us for the replay. She promotes my stuff maybe more than anyone, maybe including myself. She owns all my shirts and all my CDs, and she tells everybody about the Lullaby Lounge, and she says it's her safe place, and that's the kindest thing anybody has ever said about me. I'm so glad that people can feel like they're allowed to be themselves here, because obviously I'm a goofball and I don't give a fuck. So if you are also those things and you don't, I don't know, you're not a Nazi, if you love chaos and you're not a Nazi, welcome to the Lullaby Lounge. We appreciate that you're here, and Taylor does more community building work than almost anyone. So thank you so much, Taylor, for being a part of my community, to being one of my lodestars, for being a part of the Catriarchy. I'm so excited to see you in the chat at the replay, and happy anniversary! Yeah, the ant's ass was suspicious. I agree. What he put back there?
It's a trunk for all this junk.
It is a trunk.
We had more time to check it now.
The one on the top is in a Nicki Minaj video. Taylor's social media, she's at Edge Apple, sometimes with 1204 at the end, but mostly at Edge Apple. I'll be fine without you, fine tomorrow on my own. Not everything's about you, and you can't know what's coming down the road. What the future holds. I'm gonna get better, can't wait till the end of time. There's changes in the weather, and only God knows what is down the line. And And darling, it's alright. You can tell me that I'm crazy, but I can tell you're lying. You can say I'm nothing, but I'm fire and you're the fuel. You say no one can love me, but I think you forgot the golden rule. So keep on being cool. You can tell me I'm disaster, but babe, I'm not a fool. And the storms may gather, but I'll harvest the thunder. We will lightning to make things of a wonder. Bleed my ink from blackened skies and write my poems on telephone lines. And you don't get to run my life. I'm not your mother, child, or wife. And who are you to say I'm lost? I found myself amidst the fog. I won't let you destroy me. You cannot take my soul. Your spell may still be on me, but someday soon I will be in control. I don't have far to go. Tunnel's getting shorter now, and time is ticking on. The light is getting brighter, and I know that it can't be very long until the night is gone. You can say it's getting darker, but I know you're wrong. Oh, thanks, babe. I like that you was still like a reggaeton air horn or like finger guns, but it was like old-timey reggaeton because it was clearly the cowboy guns shooting off. I appreciate your adjustment of sound effect for the theme.
Don't forget to plug some stuff.
Into where? Where should I plug it? What stuff should I plug? Hey, share the stream. What are you doing? Okay. Hey, share the stream, please. We are currently at, I believe, 99% of our tip goal, but if we reach 100 viewers, I will automatically do both encores. So if you want to support the show and you can't tip a fairy, share that shit. Tell people. Tell them on the internet. That's where we are right now. And you have the ability to just be like, boop, boop. I'm going to text my friend and be like, this is a show I'm watching. It's fun. You should come hang out with us. It's not some live show that's attempting to be retrofitted to digital media. This is a show that was made exclusively for this bizarre intimacy of digital live streaming. I'm preaching to the lodestars here. And I need you to share that shit because the only way I'm getting out of this town is if you tell people about me. Did you make them unlimited?
No, I just upped the amount that you can get.
Okay. Oh. Looks like we got some Ko-fi situation happening. Oh, it looks like we are at 102%, so we at least have our first encore. Hooray! Huzzah! 'Tis the harvest. We are harvesting one encore.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have it is the Southern Gothic Wild West. That's why the animals are here. This is the natural.
Yeah.
This is the natural vegetation of the patriarchy here.
Everybody just did a bunch of
Yeah, I saw. You just press all the buttons, mash them all at the same time. I have to tune, so it makes sense that you're doing it now. Have fun with your animal. With your animal doing.
right at that moment.
Just zero context for anything.
Yeah.
Like the share worked, someone got like one of their friends to join, and this is the first time they've seen anything from me, and it's just a bunch of cartoon animals running across the screen. Oh God, I hope there's someone there. A lot of people were excited for this cover too. This is a jam-packed set. I'm having a lot of fun. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to turn this a little bit more towards me so I can read, because I do not know the lyrics to this. Here we go. Generals gather in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers of death's construction. In the fields their bodies burning, as a war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that role to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people like the pawns in chess. Wait till their judgment day comes. Yeah. Darkness world stops turning, ashes where the bodies burning. No more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On their knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercy for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Yeah. Oh, thanks, friends. Thank. Yeah. That was a long time, a long time request from my husband. And we both have to. Hi, Brooke. Glad you can join us tonight. Aw, man, 66 viewers during War Pigs. That's like a blessing. With the tarot reading from tonight and 66 viewers during War Pigs, I feel like that is total. This is so far the most blessed episode of The Lounge. You do see a vested snake man with the base because y'all called for backup. Because there was a call for backup. Whoa! Holy moly!
What?
We just got gifted 20 subs.
Oh, from who?
From Bonanista? Bonanista? Holy moly! Thank you so much.
That's a huge drop.
That's many.
I'm gonna tune.
We are so grateful. 'Tis the harvest. The subscriber harvest. There's been lots of subscriber gifting tonight. So thank you so much for everybody who has been so generous. It's so appreciated.
Oh.
I'm going to check on the Ko-fi. It looks like we are at encore number 1 at the very least. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
I had to.
Oh.
Your Twitch is on in the background.
Nice.
Which is messing with the...
With the thing, you should probably go away from my Twitch. Welcome, Plastic Bag God, to the Lullaby Lounge. My weekly musical one-woman, well now with my husband, two-person, quote-unquote, variety show. Every week for 7-week seasons, we do this thing, and we hang out, and I play tunes, and I do silly accents, with Trash Goblin still has not shown up yet, so I feel like I need to get a move on that.
Alright, you have to turn me on over there.
I do. And y'all have to let us know if you can hear Ophidion's bass.
Might be a little loud.
It is a little bit loud.
I turned me down over here.
Okay. Well, this is mostly a you song, so it's more important that they hear you than me. The theme to season 2. Somebody wants to... Alright.
Yeah, they said it too. I'm loud. Well, some.
I'll turn you down a little bit.
Well, that could have been before I.
Well, just a little bit. You ready? Do you remember how to play the song?
Oh no. Oh no, everybody. I might have forgotten.
I hope you do. Thanks for subscribing, so many people.
Alright.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Saying I have my sins, I let who I thought I was win. Lost my soul to nonchalance. Cannot tell what pain I've caused. My body's here, my heart is not. The war I waged was hardly fought. At what cost? Where do I go? I pray to gods I barely know. With wine and fire, with blood and bone, I drink, I burn, I bleed alone. God help me now, I lost my way, and so I bend my knees and pray. With wine, with fire, blood, say what a sacrifice that my ego could survive. Could not have been left less whole. I cut apart my heart and soul. On every stage I left a piece to acquiesce. My devotees gave away all I could see, and now there's nothing left for me. With wine and fire, blood and bone, drink I burn, I bleed alone. God help me now, I lost my way, and so I'll bend knees and pray. And pray. Forgive me, saints, for I've sinned. I left my lesser morals when I gave away all that I could. Now I might be done for good. No spotlight to reveal my path. Audience to stand and clap. I pray to God, but don't believe. Drink or burn, I swear I'll bleed. With wine and fire, with blood and bone. Lights are off, the curtains close. So lock the door and toss the key. My secrets are what set me free. With wine and fire, with blood and bone. Lights are off, the curtains close. So lock the door and toss the key. My secrets are what set me free. Him try. You got back into it. We're done playing. You're just gonna prove to me that you can play the song by playing it over again. See, people liked it.
Yeah, I'm trying, everybody. This is last time I played, which was White Stripes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song I knew already, and I played a ton of times. This song, not that I don't know it, obviously I do, but I had to learn it a couple days ago for today, which is a lot harder.
You did your best. You got back into it. That's what's important. Feel good. Feel good. Alright, I'm gonna turn you off.
Yeah.
Because while we have gotten to encore number 1, we have not yet gotten to encore number 2, which is fine. Encore number 1 is great, and honestly the one I was looking forward to playing more. So, if you would like to make sure that we hit encore number 2, please head over to tipafairy.com or Venmo at tipafairy and toss your fairy bard, witch, cyberpunk cowboy a couple dollars so we can get that final song that I very rarely play. It is a song, it's the last song off of Sage and Silver Bullets, and I don't think I've ever played it on the lounge. We are currently, I believe, at like 102%. We will need to get to 150. But now, something completely different.
You need only worry about yourself, Carbon. Tonight, we light the crucible just for you.
I used to feel down. Hit the ground running makes me feel alive. I look for the answer until I change the question. I pull back the curtain.
Honor through pain.
Pull back the curtain.
Who has hardened into something more precious than a lump of carbon?
passion emits and press past the limits. Pull back the curtain.
Fire reveals what the flesh conceals.
The fire reveals what the flesh conceals. The fire reveals what the flesh conceals.
And we're back. That was the theme song I wrote for the Crucible and as part of Chikara. And that music video was the last music video that we made before we got our new computer. So I remember sitting waiting for hours for all the green screen effects to render because our computer was like, I know it's only 2 minutes of footage, but please make it stop. Don't edit video on me anymore.
So much of that was done by the two people in this room. The
It's
recording
true.
of the actual wrestling footage.
Mm-hmm.
The
The acting in the miniseries, the composition of the music, the makeup on the face, the making of the costumes of the people in the thing. So many.
From Kofi.
I'm sorry. Did I just hallucinate? No. We we're at 380% on Kofi. So, thank you, to the I don't know if you want your name mentioned. Let me see if it's on Kofi.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on.
It just says Kofi supporter, so I'm not gonna out you. But that's incredibly generous, and I hope it wasn't a mistake. I hope that you didn't accidentally type it wrong in Kofi. Yeah, we were at Encore too, and I guess if you want to request anything else, maybe we'll do more songs than that.
I'll do songs.
Ophidian will do some songs, or tell some stories maybe from his time on the road. All right, I'm starting now. I'm doing the next song. I'm doing the first encore. I'm doing the first encore. Like this one eyelash is wilting. I'm wilting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we know it's okay to cry. We just don't want to ruin the look.
Yeah, I look really good right now. Okay, I'm starting now. Nope, I already messed up. I'm starting now. I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win. shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. My baby shut me down. Seasons came and changed their time. When I grew up, I called him mine. He would always laugh and say, remember when we used to play? Bang, bang, I shot you down, bang, bang. You hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. I used to shoot you down. Music played and people sang. Just for me the church bells rang. Now he's gone, I don't know why. Till this day sometimes I cry. He didn't even say goodbye. He didn't take the time to lie. Bang, bang, he shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. My baby shot me down. Aw. Thank you, Plastic Bag God. I hope you're enjoying your first ever Lullaby Lounge. Welcome. Thank you, Shelby. I love that song. I did my best to do it justice. I will probably continue to cover it so that someday I can release a video that I feel comfortable saying I played the song correctly. Tonight was not it. I got distracted by 380% on Ko-fi, and I let myself falter, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see if I can play my own song.
I could do the part.
You can? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that the plan?
I just did it with my mouth.
Is that the plan? That's the next song now. It's just Ophidian doing mouth noise and me doing my best to remember a song I did not play very much. So shit's wild as you're aware. I'm gonna play this song now. It's maybe our final song. If someone can hit me with a cover that they're like, oh man, I wish this could have happened tonight, maybe a song from Sage and Silver Bullets, or something else, I will play an additional song because of a generous anonymous benefactor who pitched in fucking $300. Holy moly. Yeah, we'll see. Ellie, I've already done that one this season because, like, multiple times, I think. So I don't think it's going to be Annabelle.
I did get 2 questions asked.
And
I'll happily answer them with you.
Okay, questions? I didn't see the questions.
Were road songs, which is not as much of a thing for you these last couple of years as it was for me, and your favorite places to play.
road songs?
Yeah, like...
Like songs you listen to on the road?
Yeah.
My favorite place to play is here in the Lullaby Lounge because I'm disabled and I can't leave my house. Even before the pandemic, the Lullaby Lounge was by disabled for other people who can't get into venues because they're not accessible or because you don't have the energy to get there. My favorite place to play is the Lullaby Lounge. What about you? What's your favorite place to perform?
I'm jumping from the camera. I have to take my hair out.
You gotta take your hair out. Gotta put your face on.
Well, because...
Yeah, I know. Let them ask you want to play the bass? No, you had
No, I had that one on.
Okay. Yeah, handsome you are.
Road songs, I would say, I listen to stuff that'll keep me awake, or keep the car awake, because we tend to drive through the night post shows. So for me, it's songs I can sing along to, which is like Aesop Rock or Sage Francis, stuff from Jedi Mind Tricks, Wu-Tang, stuff that I can really like just flow along with. I like instrumental songs too, and I love the new metal from the mid 2000s, but I don't want music that takes breaks. I want music that I have to constantly sing if we have to stay awake on long drives through the night. Venues. My favorite venues, though. One, the ECW Arena in Philly, of
Obviously.
course, because legendary. The Opera House in Toronto. I absolutely love Toronto as a city. Lee's Palace and the Opera House are two of my favorite places to perform because they're loud, they're angry, and they love Helophidian.
Yes.
And by love, they enjoy booing the piss out of me.
Yes.
Like, just
the
relentlessly.
Hatred. Relentless
Yes.
hatred. I'm trying to think of places I've performed that I'm like, oh, that's a cool place I could talk about. My favorite place to perform...
I mean, I've got a bunch more.
I know, I have so many. I'm trying to think, like, I'm trying to Rolodex through the... Cliff Bell's in Detroit. It's this beautiful jazz club. I've performed burlesque there multiple times. I've unfortunately never gotten a chance to perform music there, but it's a beautiful club. It's been in multiple movies as, like, the nightclub in various movies. Cliff Bell's is one of my favorite venues to perform in.
I was just seeing what else.
Yeah, Sage Francis was said. We love Sage Francis in this house.
Yeah.
Sage Francis and Aesop Rock.
Like, especially the early 2000s backpack. I like 90s backpack too, but early 2000s to modern day stuff like Def Jukes and the Weathermen. That whole crew I'm all about. There are venues overseas that I truly really like. There's a company I worked for, TNT Extreme Wrestling, who had a
amazing name.
Yeah, TNT.
Not only is it
Extreme
explosive,
Wrestling.
it's also extreme. How much more extreme can you get than fucking Dynamite, man?
But the hardcore companies are some of my favorite places to wrestle. I obviously don't do hardcore wrestling.
Right, there was that goth club that was like, it smelled like a fog machine all the time in the UK.
With Fight Club.
And it was covered in Monster Energy drink neon signs, just absolutely fucking plastered with them.
But those companies are usually my favorite to work for, and their venues are always really great. A lot of which because I come in as a very colorful and bright luchador, and there's always, for the people that don't know me, the part of the audience that does, sure, they're excited to see me. They don't get to see me in the UK very often, or just at hardcore companies. But going to that audience in front of people that don't know me, and you get that kind of cross-armed, like, who's this colorful snake man in my ring? And then you do what you do. You do your flips, you do your dives, and all that fun stuff.
That's how I felt. I was like, ugh, wrestling, what even is this? And then I saw you perform, and I was like, oh, I'll watch that.
And to win that kind of crowd over is so gratifying. You know, there's a sense of there's more than just satisfaction. There's a completeness that comes from a match where you win over a hardcore audience, you know, and they're cheering for you and what is that, or booing you depending on the scenario. You know, sometimes you want to be just booed right out the building. Yeah. But to get that reaction from the audience by the end of the match when they come in cold on you is great. It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, it's like when I did perform at clubs and I got people to like sing along with stuff, like especially if I was performing at like a a venue that was extremely hip or had that like sort of crossed arms, like we're art people, we don't listen to pop music, what are you doing? And obviously I come in, I'm a girl with a guitar, which is just it's a cold sell no matter what. Nobody wants to listen to a woman playing a guitar. They're like, oh god, a woman singing about her feelings and playing guitar, that's the worst thing that could ever possibly happen to me. And then I come on and I have me and I talk to the crowd and I engage people and I have a sing-along to Hit Me Baby One More Time, and you have these 40-year-old dudes with their PBRs singing along, and I, because you're like, you've won them over.
Yeah.
It's victory.
Shelby Key, a lot of people in wrestling refuse to acknowledge that wrestling is theater.
Because they're dummies
but pro wrestling,
and are full of toxic masculinity.
Pro wrestling is full on theater in every sense of the word. We just get to really hit each other, unlike theater kids, which I'm sure there's a few instances where you wish that were.
I mean, that's like the whole reason of the Renaissance Rumble exists in Maryland, right? It's like, just like, I really just want to hit you, man. Like, I know we're not supposed to, but I just want to hit you.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we're theater, but we get to hit each other.
That's why I hope to, since you are no longer performing, I want to use your skills to make like a kung fu movie or some kind of action film of some sort, because we've been talking about trying to choreograph stunt stuff for a while, because we are both obsessed with watching behind the scenes for action and learning how it's done and all that stuff. And obviously, since he taught me how to wrestle, I kind of think that he can teach me how to do anything. I think you feel the same way about like making things, like you can just teach me how to do this, because we do, that's what we do, we make stuff. I desperately want to make a kung fu lucha film.
Yeah, we'd agree. Shakespeare would like pro wrestling.
I agree.
I'm going to
I'm gonna exit.
Yep.
Do 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 do. Yeah, but Bonanista, you have to be able to think that women are people in order to have that opinion, and a lot of people do not have the core belief that women are people. Like, you can. This is the part where I talk for tonight. The reason that this show is such a hard sell is partially because I'm a lady. Because men, the majority of men, I will say, cannot empathize with women. They just can't. They can't, because media is made entirely for men. So they see a woman talking and it doesn't seem like a space they're supposed to be, and they're like, no. And a lot of women have that internalized feeling as well. A lot of women have internalized the idea that somehow what women have to say is lesser, because it's just what society tells you. It's just everywhere. Like, there's no it's just true. It's just true. I too believe that women are people, and I listen to what women say often more than to what men say, but the majority of society does not think that what a woman has to say is important or vital or necessary or interesting. And the guitar aspect is just introducing even more cringe into the situation. Like, oh god, I have to listen to this woman speak and I have to listen to her play an instrument. Women can't play instruments. Like, that's the internal monologue. I too remember being the girl sneering at things that were too girly. I was a staunch anti-feminist when I was in high school. Extremely anti-feminist. I was like, I don't want to promote vaginal superiority. I want to promote equal rights. And it's like, bitch, that's what feminism is, you dumbass. Like, there was this girl that I thought was cute, and I loved telling her that I was not a feminist, because she was studying she was majoring in women's studies in college, and I would just be like, I'm not a feminist, I'm a humanist, and blow her mind and make her angry, because one, I thought she was cute and I wanted her to talk to me, and starting in a fight, I guess, was the best way to do that. You can tell why I ended up with a pro wrestler as my life mate. Yes, Kat, it's wild. I regularly sign emails as my husband so that people will treat me with more respect, or I'll just have him write emails because coming from me, it just doesn't get listened to. A lot of stuff just doesn't get listened to. I think in part I think adding Ophidian has made it a little bit of a gateway to my show, because there's now a man here to justify my presence. There's a man here next to me. He's putting a thumbs up to be like, yes, the woman is fine.
Did you get your husband's permission to do this show?
Exactly. Exactly, Shark. Oh, a man. This woman makes more sense now. I understand. I can feel it creeping up behind me. I can feel its breath upon my ear. I can feel its skeletal hands guide me. In the corner of my eye, I can see it drawing near. I can hear it slink among the shadows. I can hear its laughter on the wind. I know it's preparing for the gallows. I know that it's craving to hang me for my sins, but I will still fight for my redemption. God's my witness, I won't make a stand. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I just wanna be a better man. I can see it counting on my errors. I can feel it clouding up my eyes. The nights are long and dark and filled with terror. It knows my faults, it knows my fears and lies. I can tell it knows that I am trying. It watches my attempts and cocks its head. Doesn't know that I am slowly dying, because it thinks I am already dead. But I will still fight for my redemption, doing what I can, and can't you see? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Honestly, I just wanna sleep. I am nothing but collective malice, piled up in books beside my bed. It's the rabbit and I'm always Alice, fighting all these monsters in my head. And try as I might to fight for redemption, I do my best, but what's done is done. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and like all the times before, the devil won.
It matches up in theme with War Pigs. Satan laughing, spreads his wings.
All the times before the Devils won?
Yeah.
Hydrate. I'm hydrating. What's the what's the extra cover or the extra song? Preferably something that you've heard me play before. So I'm accepting requests from people who have heard me play before or who know my music.
You might, if you requested something earlier and we didn't see it in the chat because we were talking. Sorry.
We're sorry about it.
Normally I watched the chat, but I was standing next to Kate.
All right. Let's look up the lyrics to that song because I don't know the lyrics to my own songs. It's because of all the drugs I'm on from being a sick person. This one's for you, a person who tipped 3 times the amount of the Kofi goal. Not like about you though. Like sing it with me. I'm not singing it at you. There's only one person I'm singing this at. Bullet in your head, every wretched word you said. Try to pretend that you don't exist, but pretending didn't work. Tried to fill your mouth with dirt, but it all just passed right through your lips. Get back in your grave, you can't hold me forever. Get back in your grave. Get back in your grave, I'm trying to get better. Get back in your grave. In the dark there's always ghosts, play my ribs like xylophones, reminding me I wasn't worth a dime. Pled me of my innocence, claimed it was just ignorance. Oh no! And that I should thank you for your time. Get back in your grave, you can't hold me forever. Get back in your grave. Get back in your grave, I'm trying to get better. Get back in your grave. Put a bullet in the head, every pretty word you said. I thought killing them would work, they still bubble from the earth. Your hands crawling through the grass, and they whisper when I pass that I'm nothing to behold, how I'm something and you're gold. No, get back in your grave, I'm hurt but I keep living. Get back in your grave. Get back in your grave, you will never be forgiven. Get back in your grave. Well, I'm glad that you found it when you needed it, Shelby. Thank you. Thank you, Ellie.
Because it's been such a long time since you've probably mentioned it or plugged it, there's a British band that does an awesome
Oh
cover of
yeah,
that
that's
song.
true. There's a band, the Dandelions. They even, I think, did a music video for it, right?
They might have. There's a possibility.
But there's a really great British band called the Dandelions who we made an outfit for, who does a cover of my song In Your Grave that is honestly, I think, better than the recorded version. I think that I play that song well as I wrote it, but they definitely made it like 110% super epic, and the guy's voice is awesome. Hydrate, you're telling me to hydrate. That was my medication alarm, so I am going to take my meds.
Nope, too many people.
let's go over to Faith. He's Old Faithful now.
Just finding, you know,
His
like
stream is
another-
so good. So for those of you that have tuned in recently on the Lullaby Lounge, first of all, thank you for joining us tonight. That is all for my performance for tonight. Jesus, clearly I can barely speak. Let me go to bed. Let me make a burger and go to bed. I am now doing the thing where we raid people, which if you're not on Twitch, we go and we jump into someone else's stream, and y'all don't have to do anything. You just gotta click raid when it shows up, and then we all jump over to Faith in the Glitch's stream.
I was gonna try to find some just to spread the love. You're so lady-centric earlier in your positivity.
Yeah, but we know if a thing is a spooky thing.
Just switch.
I don't know. Okay, well, am I just talking while you figure that out then?
Just give me like 30 seconds.
Okay. Guess we might be going to someone else. We'll see what happens. Ophidian is gonna make a choice. Faith in the Glitch, I think, is a great choice, and I think we should do that if he can't find anything. But he might find something. We'll see. Thank you so much for being here, Sword on the Range. Glad you. Thank you. Worship the Squid. Welcome. Yay. Please come back. We do a replay on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then next week, oh my gosh, is not only is next week the final episode of season 3, episode 7 of season 3's in. It is also the Halloween episode. And let me tell you, the people on my Patreon know, the Lodestars over on Patreon know what I have in store partially, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret for those of you who have stuck around. Next week, we are going to do the first ever community goblin treasure goal. It's going to be the first ever. And a community goblin treasure goal is where everybody pitches in their goblin treasure to make a super high goal number. I believe it's going to be 69,420 goblin treasure points because I am that bitch. So, if we reach the... What is happening over there?
She's singing and making music to what people are saying in the comments, and it's ridiculous. It's such good ridiculous stuff.
What? Is that what we're doing? What's our...
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're going over to a fabulous lady pianist named, what's her name? Priska? Looks like Priska Creates. She is apparently making a song out of the comments in her chat, so we are going to head over to her stream. But the Halloween episode is going to include the first ever costume change reward. So, I will start the stream in one costume, and if we hit the community treasure goal by intermission, then I will transform into something or someone else. Those of you on Patreon know that I've been creating and manifesting this costume for the costume change for some while. If it's lame, you can do whatever you want. I won't be able to boop you over to another channel. We're just going to raid this one person, but it's important that we show everybody in the Twitch universe how cool we are. So we're going to go to someone new tonight. That's the plan. Don't forget that on Monday, I will be on twitch.tv/brightkelly19 for his Monday Method stream. I will also have a podcast coming out with, I was a guest on Screen Snark with DJ Stormageddon and Rachel Quirky Shank. And I talk about watching Beetlejuice for the first time ever and how perplexed I was. So there's things coming up. Stuff is happening. The costume change reward is in the works. If you're on Patreon, you've seen the costume that could be changed into. I just finished the dress recently. The things are cooking. Like the tarot card said, things are cooking. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Lullaby Lounge. And I will see you over in Priska's chat after the outro. See you next week. Please like, and subscribe.
We can't guarantee it's worth it. You don't know if you don't try before. We say goodbye. There
there is one more little thing to help us out if you don't mind. To show us you really care, give this video a share. And though we are sad to watch you go, we'll see you in the comments down below.
I like singing with you, Kate.
I like singing with you too, Moxie.